Rising interest rates, banks failing, a recession, feels like chaos out there sometimes, right? So what the heck does seller financing have to do with any of this? And why should you care, especially when it comes to investing in apartments? My name's Chris Collins. I've invested in over $250 million worth of apartments like these all across the country. And the past 5 to 7 years has been very different than it is now. The lending environment is different. Investor sentiment is different. Buyers and sellers are not able to agree on prices a lot of times. And most of that comes down to the debt financing, the loans we can get from lenders. So what the heck is seller financing? Well, with seller financing, the person selling the property really becomes the bank, okay? We're not gonna go to a bank or a lender to get a loan. We're gonna go to the seller and ask them to finance the purchase to us. So we essentially pay off the property over time. The seller becomes the bank. And if you default on your loan payments, they can get the property back. So why would a seller want to do this instead of just selling the property outright and getting the full amount of money up front? Here are 3 main reasons. Number 1 is cash flow. If they were to sell the property, they get a chunk of money, but now they don't have the income every month from their apartment complex. So we simply exchange their cash flow that they have to work for every month by operating an apartment complex, and we replace that with a mortgage payment while we go and operate the property. It's a lot of work for us, and they get to keep their cash flow. They just don't have to worry about the property anymore. The second is they want a down payment, but it's not a giant chunk. Like if they sold the whole property, they might get enough to go get involved in another deal and add another stream of income to their life while they keep the cash flow from the first property. And third, and very importantly to sellers, is the tax implications. If they sell us a property for millions of dollars, you can imagine that's going to be a pretty good tax hit for them. But if we can buy the property from them, give them enough down payment up front to make them happy, and then we make payments to them every month for years, then they're seeing that income in smaller amounts, which will hit them tax-wise in a smaller way. It's not going to jump them up into all the different tax brackets necessarily. So it can be a win for sellers tax-wise, and it can be a win for us by not dealing with a traditional bank. The lenders right now have very strict terms. They need a really high down payment, and interest rates are high. So if we can avoid those factors, we're able to get a better deal on paper, and we can deliver better returns to our investors. So why does all that matter in 2023 is because deals are hard to find right now, and a lot of that is because of the debt. So if we can get a seller to finance us the property, and we can negotiate a win-win scenario that makes them happy and helps us to put less money down, get lower interest rate payments, not have to deal with as strict loan terms, then it can be a win for us and a win for the seller. So this year, if you can find a great seller finance deal, you might have a winner. If you want to learn more about investing with me and what we do, which is buy apartments with passive investors, then go to my website, amitycashflow.com. My name is Chris Collins. I'll talk to you more tomorrow about investing in apartments.